patriotic people here at FantasyCon. Where are you guys from again?
Canada.
Yeah. I love America. So once again, we have Paul, we have Chris. Rachel. Just saying that in case you... Hey, welcome back, guys. You look awesome. I'm sorry to take away from all the guests out there and wants to talk to you, but we have a few questions. Yeah, this is part 2, by the way. You guys coming back tomorrow? Because there's a third one. Are you guys coming back tomorrow? You're coming back tomorrow for more stuff. Yeah, you think so?
We have another
I won't be coming back. Here, we'll be back.
I want to apologize. That wasn't quite fair to bring one drink. Do you guys have a request for tomorrow? I'll be your gopher, you know.
High West whiskey, please. I'd like a bottle of High West whiskey because Rachel Scottson broke the one I bought.
I did not break. It was unintentional. He put it in the trunk. He didn't wrap it in anything. I like to drive quickly. He knew this because I drove just as fast the day before, and the bottles are clanking around in the back.
Now I have a rental that smells of bourbon. It's a pleasant ride, actually.
Are you still driving the convertible?
Yeah, definitely now it smells of whiskey.
And do you want to explain the nickname again, Dracula? I mean, is that, you know, where did that come from?
Because he dresses like Dracula.
Yeah, kind of gives off that
This is
vibe.
the most color Paul's worn in like 10 years. And it's only because I forced him.
Basically, because I drove from LA to Salt Lake City, I was a bit like an ant under a magnifying glass in the convertible, so I was a little burnt for my little Welsh pale skin, so I was wearing a lot of black when we got here. I was wearing a hood and everything. I basically looked like Dracula. And then usually most people get my surname wrong, so usually it's either a moose or a moose.
Well, they asked at the radio station, how do you say your name?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he says it, a moose.
So it's really a moose.
Yeah, so every radio interview we did, I was introduced as Dracula a moose.
He changed his Twitter handle.
And the legend was born.
Yeah.
And he will be with us soon.
Dracula Moose is going to make an appearance tomorrow.
Rachel, I think we could call you Squirrel, so you guys could be Squirrel and a Moose. Make that happen. I think it fits.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry?
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. So today we're talking about relationships with Lost Girl, which apparently there are a lot of. Right? It's kind of a theme with the show. And we didn't get to every question yesterday, so we're going to dedicate this to you guys for the most part. So if you guys have questions, did we make any room next to you guys? I'm probably just going to jump down there with the mic so we can all do questions. Are you guys cool with that? Okay. But first, I have Twitter questions. So, which are always interesting.
Before we do that, I
Yeah.
tell my panel, kids are present. Children are present. Yes.
Where are they? Where are they? Leave now. It's gonna get candidates over there.
As we can't talk about SEX.
No, I don't think we have much to talk about.
There's 2 more days of this. We better find stuff to talk about. Yeah, I think we will. So this first one is for Chris. It could also be for Rachel as well. It's from @Maverick_Tom07. There we go, right? So what was your reaction to the Dyson Tamsin hookup? And do you guys think you have a future?
I think it was, this could be best summed up in,
It's like
we
literally
licked each
just,
other's noses.
yeah. I just sat there straddling Chris, and we just literally licked each other's noses. Well, because when you do, because we had in the 3rd season, we didn't really know each other at that point, so it's very different. But then when you form a relationship, especially one like you and I have, that's like just sort of brother sister pranking each other, then to have that sort of passionate sensual kiss, And we just laughed. We just kept laughing.
I just played really drunk in the scene and let her have her way with it. She did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just kind of, I mean, it was, the whole thing about the Tamsin and Dyson storyline was originally they were going to do something with it, but then they were banking on a 22-episode season that year. And then when the season got shortened by 9 episodes, they were like, oh, what do we do? And so they kind of just summed it all up in that one drunken little night.
Yeah. And you guys will get the opportunity to see how our relationship evolves in the next season, which I think you will find interesting. And it's
For example,
that's crafty over there.
all right. So I have another question. So I guess this is to all of you. This is pretty general though, but who should Beau end up with in the end?
Dyson.
Are you guys Team Dyson? Who's Team Dyson out here? All right. What about Doccubus?
Yeah, let's see
Team
hands.
Laura?
Let's see hands. All right, who's for Dyson?
All right.
Who's for Laura?
Who's for Vex?
Who's for Kenzie? Who's for Hale?
It's up in the air. We don't know.
And who's for the Valkubus?
Yeah.
Alright. That's good. And who's for the as yet uncast super person that is multisexual? Beau needs more than all of us, or she needs us all combined. I think we need we used to talk about the triangle. I think it's more like she needs the quadrangle. She needs a hexagon relationship. Polyamorous.
Some interesting geometric shit.
I think she's just gonna end up with some weird Japanese tentacle creature. I love this thing. Oh, it's Slurpee. Lauren who? Dyson who? And an impersonation, by the way. And it's Canadian British.
See, this is what happens.
3.2%! I'm just not used to it.
Paul, a lot of people are really concerned about your love life on the show. You know, they want to see Vex explored a little more. Maybe the softer side. What do you think? Is it going to happen? Or?
Is it going to happen?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think a lot of people would like to see you in like a relationship where you're whipped. You know, where you're not really whipped, not literally.
I was actually literally whipped in season 2. I never in real life. It was in real life. We did that scene where the dominatrix lady was whipping me, and usually, you know, you rehearse that, and they give you something to protect you at the back or whatever. And we were doing it, and the poor, she was a lovely actress, and she came up, and I was like, "Oh, you really go for that." I was like, "Just do it, because I think that'll make the scene way better." So of course, she really went for it. And the thing about the whip is it just bends right round. And it bent round the back of the thing that was protecting my back, and the actual tip of it caught me right across there. And I was just like, ah! And the director was like, "That was amazing." I was like, "How?" Like a welt right across there, which then they had to paint out for the rest of the scenes. It was so I'd be whipped.
I think everyone will be satisfied. And sorry for that. All right, so let's go with Chris and Ksenia. What's the deal with the relationship on the show for you guys? I mean, you guys have a brother and sister thing, but at times it's looked like a little bit more. Season 5, will there be any?
I don't know, Chris Henry. Why don't you answer that?
Oh, thanks for calling it out.
Because there's some sparks, but most people explain it like a sibling thing. Would you guys agree? Or is it...
Okay, let's put it to the audience. What do you think? Should Kenzie and Dyson be together at some alternate universe or something? No. It's weird.
When we had that scene when Bo was missing and our memories were missing, we got different reactions to that. Some people were like, "Yeah, we've been wanting this to happen," and other people were like, "No, definitely not." So it was a mixed reaction.
I think a lot of it kind of came from also our exec and our writer of that season. They used to look a lot on the forums, and a lot of the forums are talking about it, so they thought they'd give them a little taste of it. And they thought in this, the memory, the flashback, or whatever you want to call it, would be a good opportunity. But I mean, I don't know, yeah. Jason and Kenzie have just been like, they've always had each other's backs. There's definitely a lot of love there. But yeah, I think...
That's like the danger of reading the forums too much. Writers, you know, I think it's something that must be really difficult for a lot of writers right now on social media, because, I mean, you're looking at your projects and you're looking at these social forums and they are your fans and the demographics and they do want certain things, and the temptation is sometimes maybe to give them what they want, but what the audiences want aren't necessarily what they want, you know. And I think sometimes I've fallen into that once or twice. But it's all new, so it must be difficult for the showrunners, writers, execs, and networks. They must be, no, the fans want that, we've got to give it to them. But you don't really want what you want. You don't, honest, like you need to be challenged in ways, and you don't realise that you're being challenged by the writers. That's what I think, anyway. That's my 2 cents. I shouldn't be serious anymore. Nobody buys it.
Okay, we're going to open it up to you guys. So are you guys ready? Okay, so come down here. I'm going to jump down here with the mic. We'll just do one at a time, obviously. So let's line up. Oh, wow.
Vex. Vex came all the way to England to say hi to Paul and I a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul and Chris have already answered this question, so this one's for the other 3 of you. What do you sing in the shower? You sing?
I'm sorry, what happened?
What do you sing in the shower? All 3 of you.
I was focusing on my lip balm.
Aretha Franklin, respect.
That's a good one.
Can we hear a sample?
I just gotta get it.
Oh, yeah, can we hear
Let me see if we can answer.
Yeah, I got a lip balm.
I'm serious about the lip.
Well, I mean, you guys already know what I sing in the shower, right? You haven't heard any of our other panels?
No.
Nope, you haven't heard? No. When I move, you move. Just like that. You guys, you've never heard from Anna Silk, huh? Ah. All right, well, that's how Anna Silk and I met. You know,
In the shower?
Singing in the shower.
and then she got married. No, but yeah, that's what I say. Ludacris. When I move, you move.
Cool. Okay, next.
I always have a song in my head, but I like all different kinds of music and sort of will go through phases of binging on different sorts of music. Lately, it's been a bit of country, but I mean, you sound great in the shower.
Oh,
So it's like
fantastic in the shower.
Yeah. We used to sing in college. There were these hallways that had similar acoustics to hallways, so we'd sing like Ave Maria, like as we walked down the stairs. Because you sound so great.
So nothing particular, like this week, that you caught yourself singing in the car or in the shower?
I mean, I was like just belting it out to those beats and then.
Well, you went in the shower with me this morning.
Chris and Paul.
Whiskey and
This one's for you guys. What song would you say is your theme song?
Personally or as a character?
Personally.
You can
If you know, jump in, Paul.
What was the song? I want to be where the people are was what I said. I suck in the shower.
This was your personal theme.
This
is big. This is life.
I had no idea this was going to cause this much trouble.
I'll take this one a little
You can think
seriously.
about it and come back to me later.
Yeah.
I don't really do favorites. I like too many different songs. I'll have to get back to you on that. There's one brewing somewhere in my subconscious, and as it comes up, I'll just spontaneously burst out into a really bad one. But that's the song.
It was, I think, White Snake's Here I Go Again on my own. Because when I first got a Walkman when I was younger, it was a Philips one with a graphic equalizer on the front too. And the first tape I bought was a White Snake.
A fancy Walkman?
It was a fancy. And that song I used to repeat over and over and over again. And it was only just recently I was in the car with Kruger and he was driving, and he loves that song and he keeps playing it over and over again. So
Here's one of the drivers on Lost Girl.
Yeah, Kruger Maniac. He drives really quickly.
I watched an episode the other night where Chris, you were dancing to "Hungry Like the Wolf." You know, it's just you could do that if you want. I'm sure people wouldn't mind if you wanted to do that dance.
Bring more beer tomorrow, and it may happen.
Hi, I was wondering if you as actors could give your character one piece of advice, what it would be.
Sorry, what was that?
If you could give your character one piece of advice, what would it be?
Great question.
No, it's just a great question. It's not like being in drama school. It's like actually asking serious questions.
Lighten up.
Think before you speak.
Use your hands less. Or more for that matter.
Sorry, we got our own thing going on. You have to be there. No, you got there. Is it up?
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel.
No, I said think before you speak.
He's taking your advice.
I think I'd tell Kenzie not to worry, that she'll find her place someday.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.